Hey, it's Jim from Radio Wasteland Records. Earlier this year, we bought a huge collection that's loaded with rare and obscure psychedelic rock. Now join us as we go through these boxes and unearth some psych rock treasures. It's one of the most sought-after psychedelic rock albums from a band that wasn't around long enough to establish itself as a psych rock band. Welcome to another Psyche Rock Spot. Joining us today is Mr. Steve Carlson from the vinyl community to talk about the Zombies, Odessey And Oracle. It showed up in the collection. We're going to call it the collection from now on, by the way. And this has been on his list. It's been on your list for a while.
Yes.
So we want to talk a little bit about this find because it is a rare psych rock album, but the Zombies not known so much for being a psych rock band, especially leading up to 1968.
Exactly. Now, which was really, this was an album that I wasn't totally familiar with, but wow.
Nice psych rock.
Oh, it was. But there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It was just really... They went in a variety of different ways on that album. This was amazing.
Cool. So the Zombies formed in 1962 and didn't release their first album, The Zombies, until 1965. And this is really kind of more of a pop album. You can tell that there's a little Beatles influence in this, but it started going in a little bit of a different direction with the hits. Of course, She's Not There and Tell Her No, which are their biggest hits.
Yeah.
Then in 68, they went this other direction with Odessey and Oracle.
Exactly. And when I listened to it, and they did this in the same studio that they did Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So they went to Apple. They were able to use that studio too to help do this album. And maybe some of that rubbed off. But what really surprised me is pet sounds. The sound of Beach Boys pet sounds on some of these songs, I just kept thinking Beach Boys.
Wow.
Because of the harmonies and everything were so tight, so beautiful. And it just had that same vibe to it. I was just very impressed with it.
Now, this is, as we said, a tremendously sought-after psych rock album. It's one that's fairly rare, especially on the original date records in the U.S., and I believe it was CBS in the U.K. But this one can fetch some serious coin if you can find the original on this. And it looks like anywhere on Discogs up to $300 in really nice condition.
Yeah, it is. And it's very, very hard to find in a good condition. This baby's been well loved, but anybody that's had it has just, they played it and played it and played it. So to find anything special like this clean, which found here at Radio Wasteland, is absolutely amazing. And they've had some incredible stuff.
Now, Steve, you had mentioned leading up to this that you were you knew about this, but you saw and you wanted to get a hold of it because you saw a lot of other people talking about how stellar of a psych rock album it was.
Absolutely. I am not... 60s is really not my thing, but so many people have talked about this. So many people have said, that's the one album. And so when that came, I go, so why is that? What makes this thing so special? And I listened to a little bit about it, but then when I put it on, it's like, man, wow. Just, and you have that one hit, Time of the Season, but there's so much more to it. And there's definitely that psych rock feel, a little bit of the folk, a little Baroque, but it just, that Beach Boy vibe was incredible.
So if you ever get a chance to find this in the wild, especially, check out Zombies, Odessey and Oracle. Steve Carlson from the vinyl community, Steve Carlson channel. You want to plug that channel? Because you've got a few viewers.
Just a couple. Steve Carlson vinyl community. There you go.
Check it out. And it's a lot more than psych rock, although you do touch upon that from time to time. But
I do.
You really hit the punk lately, too.
Punk, yes. Punk, yeah.
All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching Psyche Rock Spot. We'll have another one as soon as we dig some more treasures out of that collection.